he told me to come along Tuesday nights, Alexandra Park, 7 o'clock.
Awesome. And is it difficult for young ladies to get involved with refereeing?
No, not at all. It's actually encouraged, and we definitely lack numbers of referees, let alone female referees.
Well, listen, thanks very much for your time, and we'll get back to the game as St Paul's have received the kick-off from Otahuhu and now settling it out from their half.
That's it. Nowhere to run. Run again, Mickey. Run again, Mickey. Good call, ref. Been doing it all day. Take the line up, Mickey.
Troy, you know, we talked about the halftime talk for Otahuhu at the break there, and I doubt conceding a penalty on the first set would have been high on the list of things to do.
Yeah, no, it makes it tough, eh? You know, just being under constant pressure, having to be in that D line, getting up, tackling. These guys are still rolling forward, and now they're back on again. You know, it's going to be very, very hard to keep them out. And looking strong. You know, we're only talking a couple of metres out.
Yeah, look, watch for the little boys at dummy half here.
Great, yeah. He came off the line, he read that well. If he hadn't have nailed him, that ball was going to go wide and it was over.
Abby on the ball now, shifts it wide, centering it towards the post. And they'll be looking out left here. And big cutout from Courts. Oh, he's dropped it over the sideline. So Otahuhu let off the hook again. 18-6 early in the second half.
And Corey, just as they get ready to put the ball in the scrum here, St Paul's, nearly 50% of winning this tournament. They're very, very strong, lots of talent coming through.
Yeah, look, St Paul's one of the very few schools in New Zealand who are dedicated to league really over union, and that's shown in their results. And also, I mean, you know, you mentioned before some of the wonderful players they've had over the years. And here we go, a big break here from Phoenix Hunt. And he's pulled down short here. What can they do now? A bit of front foot ball. Werner in a dummy half. Shifting it wide now. But good scramble from St Paul's.
You don't want to keep them?
No, mate, I can't. It's like what, a millisecond away?
Yeah. And what have we got here? A knock on. So good last-ditch defence there from St Paul's. Survived that one. And we'll have a play of the ball on the 10.
Referee was definitely Johnny on the spot in the right position to make that call. And be interesting to see now how Otahuhu responds in regards to just missing one next to the upright.
And it looks like Kameki Vetimoru might have injured himself in that effort there, dropping it over the line. So trainer onto the field to attend to him. And just while we're waiting here, you see not much activity on the Otahuhu bench yet. A few boys looking keen to get on there now. Alfred's looking keen. And so obviously saving those guys for a bit of a last-minute burst. And just look at the offloads now coming from the St. Paul side. They get it wide. Good scramble, wrap them up, but St. Paul's just offloading whenever they like here, and you see on that set there, between tackle 3 and 4, went sideline to sideline, and Otahuhu with no answer so far, offload. Stop down under the post, Abbey at dummy half, off to Courts. Just goes wide, was that forward? Looks alright. And referee Luke Watts points to the spot, St. Paul's in again.
Great mounted attack there by St. Paul's. As Corey was saying, offload after offload from side to side and going in over on the left-hand edge. And I dare say the trainers will be telling them more of the same as far as St. Paul's is concerned. The trainer for Otahuhu, they'll need to be having the big, long, hard chat now about getting back into this game and holding on to the ball, but I think putting a bit of steel into their defence.
And Courts nails the kick from out wide. St. Paul's 24, Otahuhu 6, 1 minute into the second period.
As Otahuhu kicked off, Corey, just having a look around sideline here. As I guess college rugby league's the next generation of stars, the new wave of footballers coming through. A lot of talent involved with the college game. There's a lot of Fox Memorial players down here that are involved. As you're telling me the coach for Otahu's Raymond Hefo, Raymond, assistant coach, and also see there's a couple of reserve coaches down here, premier coaches, ex-players, following the sport and being involved. And just as I've said that, St. Paul's have bent the line again, busted it open, second row has gone in, number 12 just by the upright.
Yeah, nice try off broken play there from Esalimo Usumanu. And another try, and Otahuhu starting to get a little bit ugly now. But yeah, as you mentioned earlier, Troy, a lot of the players in this SAS College Rugby League competition involved at club level as well, with both Appliance Shed, Fox Memorial and SAS Sharman Cup clubs. And you only need to look through the St. Paul's team list there. There's Richmond's represented, Mangere East, Glenora, Marist Saints, Point Chev. And I think that was a sort of a masterstroke from Auckland Rugby League to play this competition midweek. Allows the players to still play their club footy on Saturday unobstructed and get it out of the way on a Wednesday night. So look, a great step from Auckland Rugby League to play these games on a Wednesday. And I've had a lot of guys, of course, come through this competition into bigger and better things. Sasai Feki, who's now with the Cronulla Sharks, he was in the Kiwi squad last year at the Four Nations, didn't get a run, but he's a graduate of this competition. Of course, Elijah Taylor, and probably the most famous one, of course, he's coming to the Warriors next year, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, a Otahuhu boy himself, probably the most famous graduate to come out of here. So look, it's a great breeding ground for talent, and we're seeing some of the stars of tomorrow on display right now.
Fantastic. And as far as a breeding pool for talent coming out of the Auckland Rugby League back college rugby league competition, I dare say that players would be getting viewed and looked at from not just the Warriors, but across the NRL. And as you touched on, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, playing for the Roosters and coming back home to the Warriors. Who do you like so far in regards to this game? Who's standing out for you, Corey?
Well, I think for St. Paul's, you're seeing the class of young Abbey, and of course we know what his brother can do. He's now one of the top players in the Holden Cup, Bradley. You see there, he's got a great frame for league, really small, tall, slender, and he's got some great footwork and as well as the ability to play at the line. So definitely young Damon standing out, and Bo Court's the halfback. We mentioned him before, highlighted him. He's playing really well.
Great hit there from the Otahuhu hooker, and he still hasn't got off the ground, but he certainly put a shoulder in there. And whilst we talk about that, it looks like that far flag's been bent, and the referee is... The referee's called that as held up.
I think he might have just gone into touch here by the look of it, but what a great option from young Bo Courts there on the last tackle. We just highlighted him as one of the sort of key players there, and you saw he just summed it up beautifully on the short side there. Nice and calm, just poked the kick through, and they had a mismatch there, and just short of a try. Looks like we're packed down a scrum, so Otahuhu feed. Look, Otahuhu, they need something of this set, don't they?
Right, I dare say that they're going to have to start getting a bit more expansive now. A lot more communication. They're going to have to energise up and get some real energy into this. So let's see what they do with this set, Corey.
And a good start to the set from young Vetimotu there. Takes on the line, beats a couple, draws a few defenders in. That's what they need more, some strong carries now. You see there a little bit of hesitancy and not making the yardage they need to. Here comes a big one.
The energy coming off the St. Paul's pack. I mean, they're just strong. They're all talking. Look at them all talking. Everyone's in the line. They're hitting it.
And a great, good initial tackle there from Sean Tofu-Timitea, but in the ruck a little long, got the penalty. So Otahuhu now, they'll get 6 tackles deep in St. Paul's territory. This is a must this set. They've got to get something out of this one, at least a repeat set, if not points.
I agree. They don't set tone and tenor here. It's going to be a long afternoon for these fellas.
And watch out for young Avea Ailupo, the number 8 for Otahuhu. He is, of course, brother of Otara Scorpions brothers Wheeler, Saipani and Ben. And of course, they form the real spine of that Otara side. He's a good young player himself, Avea, and watch out for him in this set, just fresh back into the game. Here he comes now on the ball. Takes it forward, there we go. And of course the Scorpions back in the competition this year after years in the lower grades, and we wish them all the best for their clash this week with the Papakura Sea Eagles. Of course that game will be live on Māori television. You can watch that one on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Point Chev Mount Albert's the feature game. That'll be shown on the Saturday at 3:30 p.m. So be sure to tune in. The first of the Māori TV broadcasts for this year, and exciting to have them back on board and have our domestic talent showcased.
Great call on the Fox games there, Corey, and certainly looking forward to the Point Chevalier Pirates Mount Albert match kicking off, and as game of the round. Just a quick correction on that one. That game will be played 3:30 on the Sunday. So Saturday's game we'll play that afternoon, Papakura Sea Eagles versus Otara, and then Sunday, the following day, you'll see the Point Chevalier Pirates versus Mount Albert Lions, and that'll be a massive clash too. You know, those guys have been going at each other now for the last couple of seasons. I think Point Chevalier, you know, just clipped the wings at the start of round one at the opening of the 2015 season. So Mount Albert will be looking to come back and really, you know, make a stamp, push their case forward as they lead in now to the back half of the rounds for the Auckland Rugby League Appliance Shed Fox Memorial Championship.
And we see there Otahuhu let off the hook again with a St. Paul's mistake, but time quickly disappearing in this half, and look, Otahuhu got to do something soon. Yeah, and what about the work there from Sean Tofa-Timitea at dummy half there? Ever present in the middle of the park there, and he's just shutting down that dummy half option. Otahuhu getting nothing out of the ruck.
Once again, just want to do a special shout out to our major sponsors, SAS Sports, main sponsor for the College Rugby League, and also supported by Hayden and Roller.
Big bomb up from Courts, but safe under it, well done. Otahuhu working it out.
St. Paul's just seem to be marching up the field at will every time they get the ball, Corey, and just seems, you know, more hard work for Otahuhu now to clear their line, to come back out and to try and get a wee bit of field position.
Yeah, well, I think St. Paul's are given a lesson here on how to close the game out. Really, they know they've got a comfortable lead. They don't need to do anything silly. They don't need to score more points. So just making Otahuhu clock up the tackles, taking a bit of energy out of the tank. And I mean, you can see when Otahuhu do get their chance on the ball, they're looking pretty tired and haven't really threatened that St. Paul's line at all in the second half yet.
Strolling back now into the ready for attack, just getting a wee bit of air into the lungs, make sure they complete their set. Clear set of heels, nice offload, fending, great tackle. Brought down inside the 25, here we go, St. Paul's on the charge. Dummy half, first receiver, got the offload away, held on to it, and the big front rower playing centre has gone to ground.
The big fellas wanted to try there. Open man left begging, and they'll get it in the end anyway. And the big fella avoids an embarrassing moment there.
Oh, he probably read the play there, Corey. He knew what they were doing. He was drawing the defence, and every big fella's got to have his day, and that's probably one he'll talk about in the showers in regards to how he managed to get, you know, clear room to his outside back there and stepping in for his centre.
Spoken like a true former front rower there, Troy Hardy. And that one scored out wide by, I think, Lewis Seo. He's a Richmond player, brother of Michael Seo. Of course, former Marist Saint player. He was a staff for the Warriors in the Holden Cup over the last few years, now playing over in Australia. And Courts off with the attempt from out wide. 34-6, and we're into the last 4 minutes of the half here, and while we get the chance, we'll preview next week's game, and the round 3 clash will head out for a grand final rematch. Kelston boys versus St Paul's. And look, Kelston were pretty impressive in that first up win over Southern Cross, and St Paul's showing what they can do today. It's going to be a great match, isn't it?
I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a super match, and if you've got nothing on during next Wednesday, 4 o'clock, make sure you get yourself down to that game. Look at the new talent coming through, the fresh new stars that are playing rugby league here in Auckland, especially in the college comp, and that game's going to be massive. We're going to be live streaming that as well, and just come to www.aucklandleague.co.nz and click on the live links there, and it's a very easy process. Yep, the crowd's going off now, my side. The referee just blowing that up. And as I said, it's a very easy process, whether you're on a mobile device, tablet, desktop, whatever it is. Click on live and watch that match. It's going to be a fantastic game, Corey.
And you can hear now the St Paul's crowd starting to get into it. They love their footy out here and cheering that penalty, and they know their side's got this one wrapped up now, and they're having a bit of fun.
One of the things I would like to do also is to thank all the volunteers, the teachers, the trainers, the coaches, everyone who gets involved with the college football, the match managers, and even the referees. You know, for all of the guys who give their time to come down and make this thing happen, there's a lot of volunteers involved, and, you know, special thanks from the Auckland Rugby League. Fantastic work by everyone.
And while we're talking there, another St Paul's try scored. That takes it out to 38-6. And we're on track here for a record scoreline in this championship round so far. This will be the biggest win so far. You see this Otahuhu side, they were pretty competitive last year, but missing Jamal Hunt, the big front rower. He was named Appliance Shed Fox Memorial Rookie of the Year last year, and a real star for the Otahuhu college team, and probably missing his impact a little bit. And they've been a little bit off today, but look, still 3 more rounds to go, or 5 more rounds to go in this championship division. You know, there's time to get it back. The top 4 go through to the semi-finals. Otahuhu, they know they've got the talent to be in that group, but look, it's just a matter of getting back to training this week, focusing on those key areas, and I think, you know, we both agree it's been all about defence for them today. St Paul's have made them look pretty ordinary on a number of occasions. And full time here in Central Auckland at St Paul's College, and St Paul's 38, Otahuhu College 6. And just another reminder about next week, grand final rematch at Kelston Boys High School between Kelston and St Paul's, Wednesday from 4 p.m. Tune in, and we thank you for tuning in today and watching this live stream.